Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for
How
having
we going?
me.
You
Yeah,
good?
good. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go deep today. I want to get you crying. Just joking.
Crying command.
Crying command. No, for people who don't know who you are, this is your camera. You can look them right in the eyes and tell them who you are and why you're here. The little elevator pitch.
Yeah, cool. Me in a nutshell, my name is Roi. Return on investment is what everyone says, which is pretty funny because that's exactly what I do. I founded and run a digital marketing agency called Burst Digital. We specialize in paid ad funnels like content through to Google ad, mid ad management, paid ads, etc., right through to funnels like landing pages and whatnot. How I got here today, I feel like I've known you for years, I was just saying, and I guess we've just been in the online space for a wee while now and connected, and I feel like, you're like a good friend and how much I see.
You got famous.
I would say famous.
I would say, hey. I reckon you got famous, which really put you on the radar. You were already doing a good job with your clients, obviously, because you'd been growing. And then you made a decision. When was this? Maybe 2 years ago? Yeah. That you're like, nah, fuck it. I need to be known by everyone.
Yeah, I went hard on personal brand and just have not looked back since.
When did that happen and why?
Why? Oh, yeah. Okay. So why? I used to be at a big agency who had massive brands. Okay. And then, and we'll go into it, but I went into cold calling mode when I was by myself. And I was just this nobody, right? On the phones, please trust me. I know how to do my shit. And they didn't. They didn't trust me and they didn't care what I had to say. Agency world is very, what is it? It's 2,500 agencies in Australia, 900 in New Zealand or something. It grows every time someone watches a YouTube course and gets a laptop, right? Yep. So I was like, fuck, I need to differentiate myself in this industry and show people I know my shit. So I actually came across a creator, Kirsty from Pink Pony.
Oh, yeah.
She's like a 100-day challenge and she posted every day for 100 days. And I was like, fuck, should I do it? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Day 3, I was like, fuck this. What have I got myself into? Not only that, I put it online that I was announced to the world that I'm going to do it, not only Instagram, but I was like, oh yeah, LinkedIn, cool, and TikTok, let's go. And then, anyway, I stuck with it and it's just snowballed since.
When was that decision? How long ago to today?
It's probably only been about a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. Yeah. Because I reckon that's probably about right. About a year and a half ago, I definitely saw you pop up. And I kept seeing you pop up. And then I can't remember who reached out to who, but we caught up not too long after that, actually. Yeah. Because I'd seen you do this stuff on LinkedIn and we caught up here for coffee. And I loved doing that because I'm like, wow, I like people who are trying shit, doing cool shit and trying to put themselves out there just because fuck everyone else doesn't. But that process of the 100 days, tell me about that process because we're going to dig into more about your story in that. But that there, day 3, you're already get fucked. Why did you get to the end?
I don't give up. So if I set myself a challenge, I'd especially announce it to the world. And that's the reason why I did it, right? Because as soon as you put it on the internet, you've got people who are they believe in you, they're rooting for you. And I think that's such a key part. I think for me, it was contemplating, overthinking content. And I'm like, if I just set a 100-day challenge, then I can't. I just have to get something out. So I'm just out there filming with a TikTok light and a shitty mic and no script, but I just had to get the content out, right? And then I think it took me till maybe day 30 and I went mega viral.
Oh, yeah, nice.
28 million views.
Shit.
And
was that one of those ones with the green screen ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
That format.
That's such a good format.
And then I was hooked since then.
Yeah. How long ago was that 100-day challenge? Was it 18 months ago? And that was day 30? Well, that was that long ago?
Yeah.
Wait, really, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That seems like it was the other day.
No.
Shit, the time goes fast.
It does.
Okay, my timelines are so skewed. I figured that came quite a bit after you started the process, but that was right day 30.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, tell me, for people listening, so how long were you in business before you started that challenge?
So I've been in the industry now 12 years. Yeah. So, just over 10 and a bit.
Are you even old enough to be in it for 12 years? Fucking hell.
I am. Every time I'm hungover, I realise how old I am. I'm definitely old. But how long, I guess, with Burst, my actual agency, 2 years.
You've been in business 2 years before you started?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, so 2 years in and now, so it's 3.5 years in.
Yeah.
Kind of this point. What difference has it made?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
like
percentage-wise
so
of growth,
big.
like what's happened, or like
Yeah.
opportunities. Like, tell me, like, what's the impact of it?
Yeah, so financial year, we looked back, we've gone up 114% in revenue growth.
Amazing.
So that's sales. But like that aside, the biggest thing that I've noticed is like people come to me now, and I'm fortunate enough to be an opportunity where I can like say no to work.
Yeah.
And that's the dream for us Relentless, started from zero agency owners, right, who just take on any work.
Yeah.
Now I can be like, okay, if you're not the right fit, like, turn away, which has been really cool. And then, speaking opportunities, overseas speaking opportunities, like events, and just being able to, I guess, get my knowledge out there and help business owners and marketers, which is the most important part.
Yeah, I love it. You're kind of like on the speaking circuit right now, aren't you? Like every time you might not feel it, but like every time I see your socials, it feels like that's almost where you're at this point, right? Like you're, and it might not, the reality might not there, but your socials almost feel like that's what it is, that you're getting asked to speak a lot. What is that feeling like?
Oh, terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
'Cause
I don't know how
this to me
you do
at
it.
Yeah, you said this to me on Friday, and actually it's interesting that you say that. You're like, oh, got any advice for doing this? So tell me about that feeling. Like, is it still quite terrifying? Like, what is terrifying about it?
Yeah, I honestly, every time I go up there, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not supposed to be here. Like, I on Friday, for example, like Marketers Day, you're on the panel with me, and then I have to my left, like NZ Police, to my right, one NZ, and I'm just like this marketing agency owner. So this is in my head always, and then obviously you. But, I mean, I get asked for a reason, I guess, and I just kind of own it. But I guess moments before I'm like, Stanley, you have any advice for me? Do you think you could, help me prepare? It's always in your head, and I just try to push past it. When I'm on stage, it's actually fine. Yeah. It's just that lead up to it.
It's kind of, do you know Michael McIntyre, the comedian?
No.
Oh, so there's a British comedian, Michael McIntyre. This is such a rogue reference. But he has this joke, and it's, he talks about going on holiday. So British people going on holiday to Spain, and then like people going out for a swim. And you know that like feeling when you're like, it's the beach or a pool, and you don't kind of want to get in because it's cold, and you dip your toe and you're like, and there's always someone in there swimming around. It's like, it's fine once you're in. Like once you're in, it's nice. And then once you like sort of like tip your toe and you dive in, and you're like, so cold. And then you're like 2 seconds later, like, actually it's fine once you're in. Yeah. It's that feeling. Hey, it's like that feeling. Once you get up on stage, you're like, oh my God, it's gonna be so bad. Yeah. And as soon as you say like, actually I'm just talking, it's actually fine. Do you, when you like go through that process, what preparation do you put into it? Yeah,
well, usually I get asked to present something. So it's like actually putting together some slides. And I feel like the very first speaking gig, for some reason I was in front of like 400 people. I don't know how I got there, but anyway, and I tried to teach. So I was like, this is how you do a marketing funnel. Like, I could just see people falling asleep. They were not interested at all. Then I had this little short bit about my story at the start, where I told them about my journey from going from like a zero to working with 320 brands. And it was just like 2 minutes. And that's the only thing people remembered when they come up to me afterwards. They're like, your journey is insane. Like, it's crazy. And I was just like, okay, so you didn't learn any of the shit I spent 4 weeks preparing about marketing. Like, did not care. So from then on, I think I've learned now to still teach, but in a way where you apply it to your learnings and lessons that people actually, I mean, we're storytellers, right? And we love stories. So since then, it's actually been a lot easier because I go out there, I know my story, and I know my shit with marketing. So it's a lot better.
And when you do it that way, when you are only going to talk about yourself or the lessons you teach and know, you can allow questions and hecklers and like you can allow things to change direction of stuff because you just know it so well, right?
Yeah. What about you? I mean, you're so good at speaking.
Oh, I like pull wool over everyone's eyes, eh? And I was going to say, like, my trick to this is I only stick to things I know that I have a really strong opinion about, and I often just like purposely take an extreme view on stuff inside talks. And the reason I do that, and a lot of advice I do give to people, like genuine advice when it's like not in the just before we go on stage, but like if you really were to come to like stand out, like what should I do? It's the same advice I got given from, I had a speaking coach, Miriam, and what she said is like they can't remember everything. There's no way. So you actually just need one thing. You just need one thing that's going to sit inside their head and like be a little worm inside their head. So pick something and land on it. all the replies I got from people from Marketers Day was like, I really love that thing you said about like, let the entertaining bit be the entertaining bit. Don't worry about it being the sales bit. Like, just make, and I was harping on about that, but that's sitting in people's brains right now all week. And like, there's still like, I'm still getting messages from people on LinkedIn today. And I know we will, because everyone will, but all on that same idea. So then I realized when I do speak, the reason why people are like, oh, you're so good at speaking, I actually am fucking useless at speaking. I say ums and ahs and I stutter and I make up shit and I don't say the right things and I look down, I don't know what look people. Actually, like as a professional speaker, from a like, technical perspective, I'm pretty useless. But what I figured out how to do was just like plant an idea in your head that you can't get out. And because you keep on thinking about me because of the idea, there's like, as long as the idea is a good idea, there's a lot of positive affirmation towards me because of that.
Yeah, nice.
So that's what I do.
That's really good advice.
Yeah. Just, and you've got these things. The even say your personal brand approach. It's so unusual for people to do, and you've done it from like quite a cool way as well. Like, I actually think like what's real interesting about your brand that I find is, and please, like this is going to come out so wrong, and everyone's going to fucking grill me for this.
I love it.
No, it's like yours is a good thing. But I think actually like for a lot of entrepreneur women, they like will take this pathway of like, okay, I'm going to show strength, I'm going to show like sassiness and whatever. And it's real normal, especially in the US and whatnot. But actually, in Australia, it's the same. There's this like real idea of like, I got to show power and strength and whatever. And it also happens with males as well, but it's quite highlighted when women do it. But you haven't done that. You've gone like real humility, humble, show my journey, growth, which is real similar to me, which is probably actually like why we get along, because like our stories are like, although very different, come somewhat similar themes to it. But I think that was really interesting that you just weren't like, I don't know how to say this the right way without getting cancelled. It's just like a real normal thing for like women to think that they need to show a lot of strength and things to be taken seriously. And you were just like, nah, fuck, I just am who I am. Like, this is me, take it or leave it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
How?
I couldn't tell. I mean, when I started posting, I always said to myself, like, I just want to be me, because I can't even want to be called out for being anyone else. And I don't know, I never really thought about it. Like, I'm just going to post the shit I post, and it's always easier as well to post what you're doing every day rather than trying to make content up, right? I mean, you post your series of every single day, and it's probably just, watch it, it's a day in the life, and you've got some B-roll and you're talking about your journey. People are following you, and it's probably just a part of being like authentic, trying to be myself, as well as this is what shit I get up to. And what is it, the Alex Mosey thing? Do cool shit and then talk about it.
That's it.
So
So it was just quite a natural thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's going to come.
Probably an easy thing. Easier
thing as well. It's just
yeah.
easy. Yeah. Okay, we're going to surface that a bit later. I want to dig into that a bit.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So that's where you're at now. You've like across your profiles, like, do you know the total followers and where you're sitting now at this point in time?
I think it's around 65k.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Amazing. And that's most of that's last 18 months, right? Like before that, where were you sitting?
2000.
Yeah, right. So pretty significant growth. Like most businesses, or most business brands or personal brands, they never even get to 65k, and you've done that in like 18 months, which is awesome.
Shit, thank you. I'm thinking like, fuck, I'm looking at these Alex Mosey and Gary V's going, I would never get there. But yeah, when you actually put it like that, it's been an epic journey. You know,
Alex Mosey and Gary V are really good examples to look at of what not to follow, because they are very good. I love both of them, and Gary V's like been a big inspiration for a lot of my journey, especially when I started like 7 years ago, when he was he wasn't the Gary V he is today. He was definitely only entrepreneurs who knew who he was. Now everyone knows who fucking Gary V is.
Yeah.
But you've got to remember, like, Gary V started his agency. He talks about like starting in his mates like office and whatever. But he also had like invested early shares into Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter,
all the stuff I talk about.
Alex Mosey had like built and sold a business before he started his personal brand. He could go and hire Gary V's guy and do the things that he did, which is cool. And I don't want to take away from what they're doing, but like you and I started at zero, like actually zero, like zero money, zero followers, kind of like in the relative terms of things, zero money, zero followers. And so, although like I learned early on, like there's no point in trying to compare to any of these guys. Like I've got such a different story, such a different journey, and we have lots of people who come see us and like ask me and things, and I joke about how like you can't follow what I'm doing because you're 7 years behind.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna fucking lose your business if you try follow what I'm doing right now. Like it's not like you got to do your own thing in your own path. But actually, like 65,000 followers. Like if you were to rank business owners who build a personal brand, or fuck it, just that's not true. Business owners from and you rank them from followers, most followers down to least followers, you'd be top 1%.
Really, that's interesting. What's probably more crazy is that I don't actually aim for followers.
No.
Which,
you shouldn't.
If you've seen my content,
Yeah.
I aim for emails.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen a lot of my
100%.
content.
Yeah.
But
I'll give you my ads. I'll give you my thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Lead magnets and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we made that decision. Like I made that decision quite early on, and the reason for that is because I was just getting the wrong audience through the DMs and whatnot. So now it's quite targeted. But maybe that is why it's benefited me so much more than going down that route of just as many followers as I can get.
Yeah, I think when you look at followers, emails, or whatever the metric you go after, at the end of the day, you should go for views, is actually what you should go for. I believe. In everything we do, we go for views. It's easier to take views and get them to give you emails than it is to go straight for emails. Like you've had so much success because you actually did go for views. You found a really good style and then you just doubled down on it, and you've just done it time and time again, and you've reposted them, right? Like the same ones, because I keep seeing them come up multiple times, which is smart. So you actually went for views, but you had a CTA of emails is really what you've done. But actually the first driver was like, fuck, this has got to get views. What you do with the views and getting emails or whatever is fine. I look at followers as like as a metric of don't actually necessarily go for followers, but it says a lot about the quality of your content and the value of it. If you do it like we did it the way we did it with Taz and our agency was very different to how I do it on personal brand, which is my personal brand doesn't have the same level of followership. Well, it's some of the reason. With Taz, we did it purely for clout. We purely did it so when all the other brands saw us, we were like, look, we've got the most followers in the world on social media for a social agency. For my personal brand, it was about long-term storytelling. And like, I didn't actually care about followers and just build it long-term. LinkedIn's still our most profitable channel by a long shot. With like 1.5 million followers across our brand, 27,000 are in LinkedIn.
Epic.
And it's like half our business.
Yeah, that's insane when you think of it like that.
Yeah. But it is interesting for you to think about, and I think that perspective's good. I also think the perspective of it doesn't take that much to get to the place that you are for other people listening. Yeah. Like other business owners out there like, oh, I can't do what these guys are doing. Yeah. Like these guys are fucking, look at them, they're up the top of the food chain. But that bottom 99% are doing nothing.
That's why I think this podcast is so important, because it actually breaks down. You don't need the $10,000 photo shoot. You don't need the new camera gear, the best mic. Like my 27 million view video was literally TikTok light, iPhone, not even facing back camera. And I just posted it. So I think that's so important and a good key message for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, people listening now, you've given your credibility why they should listen. Tell me a little bit about this backstory. Like, give me the elevator pitch of the life before, and I want to know like why you're here. Like what happened, and how old are you now? You don't have to.
30.
Yeah, okay, 30. Yeah. You didn't have to tell me what I was about to say. I thought you were about that, and when you said 12 years in the industry, I was like, fuck, she started young. Okay, what happened in those 18 years prior to you starting this industry that like built this Roi that we know?
Yeah,
like
good
where did
question.
that life come from?
Good question. I think if I could pinpoint it, it probably came from growing up with no money. Yeah. My family were very,
That's
very
why we
broke.
get along.
So we get along, yeah. And they worked hard, but we very much struggled when I grew up. Yeah. I think that's where my resilience has come from in my relationship with the grind and the hustle, I believe. Born and raised in Christchurch. Yep. I came up to Auckland after the earthquakes and went to university up here. Yep. Actually, failed high school, had to do the bridging course for uni. High school was never my thing. Yep. Uni wasn't even my thing. I'm just not I don't really like those systemized learnings. I took nothing away from my degree or high school. Yep. So after that, actually at the end of high school, they had this thing, I don't know if it's still around, but you had to go into a work placement last 6 weeks. Yep.
Yep.
So co-op,
Yep.
and you'd go for free as an
Yep.
intern.
Yep.
It's like, fuck that. I need to get paid. Like,
Yeah.
I have to earn the money.
Yeah.
So I actually created this presentation where I pitched to these businesses going, this is how I think I can solve your problems. Yeah. This is the value I'll bring.
Cool.
I got hired the next day.
Nice.
It's epic. So yeah, came from that, worked my way up from assistant to executive, which is like, if you're in the world, bottom of the barrel to the top. That was a grind.
Yeah.
And then I was like, do you know what? I'm bored of this role.
Yeah.
I want to go work with some other businesses.
Cool.
So went through a few agencies and very quickly saw they were taking advantage of business owners and promising the world and delivering fuck all. And I was like, I actually really do want to do better, because I've come from no money and I know how hard it is. And that has always been my mission since day one. I've lived by that. I've turned away a lot of money because of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to go start my own thing. I'll be freelancing. I'll go live overseas. It'll be cool. I'll be like on my laptop at the beach, and then fucking recession comes and hits New Zealand and I just lose everything. I think I kept one client, which is Luke, Next Advisory. Shout out to him sticking through with me.
I mean, a good one to keep.
He was a great one to keep for sure. He's helped me so much. And that's another story, but big shout out to Luke. And came back to New Zealand. I was like, all right, do I go back to the 9 to 5? No, fuck that. I need to actually go make this work. So I was cold calling every single day. I would actually work servicing from like out before, be on my computer 5 till 9 servicing. Then from 9 to 5, I was cold calling, like would not put the phone down. And I was just begging business owners to work with me. So if you're listening to this and I called you, apologies. Like, please give me a chance.
Yeah.
And I pretty much got told to fuck off for about 3 months. And then I actually started watching on YouTube, like how to actually sell.
Yeah.
Changed my script a little bit.
Cool.
And then I started getting some maybes.
Yep.
And I got some yeses.
Yeah.
And then finally we were away. I think I took 5 clients from cold calling. And then I started leveraging them. So I've always built social proof. I got them to do like reviews, case studies, and then I went for bigger clients, and then I went just snowballed from there. So the agency really did start taking off. But it was a grind. Like, fuck, the agency life. You're competing with the next agency that comes and undercuts you. Clients can be really demanding and it's a lot of work. And I was like, right, I need to get the right clients here and ones that we can actually help. Plus, they want to stay with us for the long haul and know that we're growth partners, not just going to come do ads for you and then fuck off. So we actually started building the personal brand, and then since then it's snowballed quite a lot.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay, I want to go back again. So I said that's probably why we get along, is because like same as us, I grew up super poor and whatnot, but like it does change you a lot as a person. So just tell me a little bit about that. Like, what was childhood like? Like, you don't have to get into you don't have to share what you don't want to share, but like, what do you mean when you say you grew up poor? Like, what was life like?
Yeah, I mean,
because you did also grow up in New Zealand, so there's for anyone listening who's overseas, like there is a limit to how poor can be here, and I grew up real poor. But like, just so people set the scene for people so they understand, like, what was life like as a kid?
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
I haven't had a very good childhood upbringing, but that's okay. I've made amendments now in my life. But I guess just never had money for like any opportunities, couldn't go to like any schooling or events that we wanted to. Parents tried so hard, but we've got like a lot of alcoholism in our family, a lot of things like that. To be honest, when I look back, I actually am thankful for it, because like I would not be who I am today if I didn't go through all that shit. And also, it's not really, like, I met David Neathie. Do you know David Neathie?
Yep.
Have you met him before? He's a legend.
We caught up for breakfast a couple weeks back. Yeah, he's
epic. Anyway, he goes on about victim story. And don't be a victim to your story. And I think that that's something that I do. Is I obviously not great childhood, but I would not be who I am today without that. And I don't like look back and say, I wish I didn't have that life. I look back and I'm like, that was actually like epic that I've overcome that. And now when I look back at it, I'm like, do you know what? That's just happened, and I'm in control of where I go now.
That's I love that. I'm very similar, and I guess for a lot of people out there listening, I find this real hard with my team for them to understand, the ones who didn't grow up this way, is that like when you grow up poor, it isn't that you just didn't have money. the things around, like you said, alcoholism and other things and drugs and like just bad things that happen to people, a lot more bad things happen to poor people. It just happens. Like my family is so my mum's one of 11 kids, my dad's one of 6. Like it's huge families. They were both very poor families in their own right, and then we became a family with 2 poor families coming together and being even more poor. But it does breed like an environment of like really like lots of bad stuff happens. There's a lot of bad stuff happen in our family, and people don't realize like it's not just about not having stuff. It's actually like without getting into like too many details about things, like there's a lot of other things, that other atrocities and like bad shit that happen inside those families that just other people don't have to deal with, that builds the resilience, right? Do you think, like, what I found, and I don't know if you've gone through the same process, but over years I started to realize that like actually that I used to classify it as like I'm quite resilient because of it all. Probably now, and it's true, but probably now I kind of think I started to realize actually the reason for my success is I've just got this massive fucking chip on my shoulder that's just so big, it's the size of the fucking moon. Do you feel that at all, or is it just like, or like where do you sit with that when I say that out loud?
I mean, I see it, you're ballsy. I think we have to be a little bit ballsy and a little bit relentless to be in the public light like you are, and take on those opportunities. For me, like, I don't think I would ever cold call and get told to fuck off and like, meh, another Monday if I didn't have that childhood and resiliency. But in saying that, I know a lot of entrepreneurs that have done the grind and had a good childhood too. So I don't know whether it is, I don't know what it is. I think like if we think about some of the people I work with, they're obsessive, but they've had great childhoods. And they have gone through, they haven't gone through much. Like when they had pretty much everything handed to them, but they've still built these massive things. I don't know what the answer is, but
no, that's really good actually, because when you're saying the things you're saying, it reminds me of the story of like the town drunk and the town mayor. I don't know if you've heard this analogy. There's that story, right? And for people listening, it's like they asked the town drunk, why are you such a drunk and useless and whatever. And it's like, oh, my dad was an alcoholic and blah, 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 he beat us and all this stuff. And I don't know the full story, but it's like, and that's why I became this. And then they asked the town mayor the same, and his story was exactly the same. My dad was a drunk, he used to beat us. And you know, the story is that they're brothers, but one chose one life and one chose the other life. One chose to like use that as fuel and a chip on their shoulder, but resilience to become the town mayor. And the other person like accepted the victimhood, like you said with David and what he was saying that. You go the other way. I think it's also on the flip side. I think what you're saying, like you see kids who have had everything handed to them. Some of them use that as like, wow, I've got such a leg up. Look at what the world can offer me if I go for it. And others are just like, why isn't everything handed to me? Like, give me more. I'm just going to sit back and wait.
It's almost like the curly hair, straight hair thing. If you've got straight hair, you want curly hair. But I'm a big believer that everyone has 2 paths, no matter where you come from. And you could either go, fuck, who cares, go for it and like see what you can do with the world, or just be like, oh, I can't, this shit happened to me and I'm going to let that be my story for the rest of my life.
I do also think like with all of that said, I agree. I totally agree. And I'm the same. I've got guys on my team, family and people I know, my wife, I mean, she comes from an amazing family. Actually, this is probably a really bad joke to make, but like me and my brothers, so my brothers obviously know her family really well and vice versa. Our families are quite close. And our family always jokes about, like, they'll do some stuff and it's really lovely. And our brothers will sit there and be like, man, it must be nice having a family that loves you, eh?
Yeah,
like,
I have the exact same with my husband. It's so funny.
Oh, that's super fun. It's true though.
Yeah, you
like,
don't have dark humour. You
don't get it. Yeah, and it's like,
what's it like going to a nice private school?
I know.
It's like having good dinners, not mince on toast.
What's it like?
No disrespect to mince on toast, but when you have it 5 times a week, you know.
And like even just like I can't remember exactly the joke we made, but like my brothers talked about how like it'd be nice like to live in a house that when your dad raises his hand you don't wince. Yeah. You know?
Oh,
like
that's another
you know
dark.
What I mean? But it's true, like that's the world we grew up in, like, but with my wife, like it's just so awesome to see. Their family's amazing. Like, not that our family's not, our family is what it is, and me and my brothers are all really close, but like you walk into families that like, they're amazing. Like my in-laws are like actually like the nicest people in the world. And it is interesting because then my wife's like super ambitious too. She obviously is quite supportive of what I'm trying to do, and takes somewhat of a second row seat in the thing to do it. But she's super ambitious, super good at everything she does. But like you said, she didn't come from a bad upbringing, and I mean, they weren't exactly super wealthy, but they had everything that they needed. Okay, cool. So it gives some context to people. I think the thing that I find interesting is when I find people like yourself, like me, who come up from this like resilience background, I think the thing that is the big differentiator is your ability to put yourself out there. I think that is quite different. I find less people who grew up in like really good households, they find it a lot harder to take the negative criticism. Do you find it hard to take negative criticism? Because you must have had some, and not a lot, because your content's not kind of too decisive,
so
but
much.
You must have.
Even the other day I was reading this video and it was like, this comment on my video. It's the one where I have the green screen background.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you move your big forehead out of the way so I can see the video? And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to get Botox. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But do you know, like, I actually don't give a fuck. I generally don't.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, how do you post this content and not care? But I've just never even thought about it. I'm like, would I rather be no clients, like, in a way worse position trying to fight for my career, or like being able to be invited on stages and go to podcasts and whatever. But I also have this thought in my head. I'm like, the people who are commenting are like fucking losers. They're too scared to put themselves out anyway.
Yeah.
And why would I listen to what they're saying?
No.
In saying that though, there is definitely a few. Like part of my posting journey, I did get a DM from someone I knew who said like, your marketing videos are cringe.
Yeah.
And that did affect me. That
Yeah,
did.
interesting.
That
Tell
did.
me.
Probably because it was someone I knew.
Got
and
it.
I was
Okay.
like, right, okay.
So you did care about their opinion?
Yes.
Yes,
So
got it.
randoms, no.
Yeah.
Someone I know, a little bit more, because I think, I don't know, there's some, like, I'm a very community person. Like, I bounce off other
Interesting.
entrepreneurs when I'm around them. That's why I
Yeah.
love being around them. And
Yeah.
when someone's like, oh, you're cringe, I'm just like, oh,
Really?
fuck, why would you put someone down like that? So I stopped posting for quite a while after that. I think it was like 5
Interesting.
months.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Throughout that 18-month period, you took 5 months off posting because of that comment?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months.
Holy
like,
fuck. Okay, I didn't realise. Shit.
regularly. Posting regularly, yeah. So...
And so it was someone that
maybe
you...
like, actually, it's probably like 3 months, actually, I probably took off properly, yeah.
It was someone that you quite respected quite a lot, and they said that to you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know if it was like a side, like, little joke or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, why would you put someone down like that?
Well, that's
Actually,
crazy.
Yeah.
Who needs enemies, right?
Yeah. Now I'm just like, block.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That is really, that's really interesting. I've definitely had the same.
Yeah, what let me tell me about what
I've had heaps. I mean, it started with my brothers giving me shit at the beginning. I mean, they're my brothers, so I don't care. They can give me shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's fine. But they did give me shit. Like, there was definitely, and then as we went through this journey, like every stage of entrepreneur peer group that I kind of met and found all did the same thing. Like, I'd meet them at a certain point. They're like, oh, bro, you're the man. Like, this is cool. And then I would keep growing, and my brand would keep growing, and our business would keep growing. And they would start to say the things because I'm no longer at their level anymore. I'm like leveling up. And actually, what's been real sad about this journey is that, like, I always meet these entrepreneurs at stages of my business who are like my peers, and then we all got the same mindset. It's kind of like the idea of like everyone who lines up for the 100-meter final are all there to win, but like only one person does. It's kind of that same thing, like, and I don't want to be arrogant in that, well, I'm the one winning, because I'm not always. Like, our business has been up and down all the time, but they've stayed there on the start line, and I've kept moving, and then I would get the comments, or I'd get the comments secondhand.
Yeah, right.
That's the real hard bit. I'd get other people, I was talking to such and such, and they were saying this shit about me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well, this is what they can say, you know? And that just kept on happening, and still does. And I've got friends now who are still friends, but like whenever it gets into a conversation around whatever, that just the way that they say the thing, you know, it's like pent up frustration of them. Like, they're just letting it all out in that one go. Like, I remember saying something about how I'm like I don't mind being divisive or like saying my opinion on stuff and whatever. And I remember just one of my friends like just leaning right in, oh yeah, you're very much like that. Heaps of people hate you on socials. I was like, wait.
Well, there's a...
I was like, you're not reading my DMs. Like, you don't have, like...
Yeah.
But I learned to... and so it was tough, but I learned to... I didn't even learn. I just have never fucking cared.
Yeah, it's
I've just
good though.
never cared.
But it's also because you've put in all the work, and they don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and they're just like, oh yeah, he's just doing so well out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I also just like, I think for me, I'm most likely very much on an autistic spectrum, and I don't mean that to diminish people who are autistic, because I'm definitely not autistic. I'm definitely just somewhere in that my care for other people's opinions and their thoughts is so little. Like it doesn't even cross my mind when people say that. And in fact, there's no way I could ever even try to give it attention because I just don't understand like why I would. Where I have got to, I've like spent a lot of time as a leader learning empathy and like how to ensure that I have empathy for my team and the people I work with, and not sympathy either. Like I don't want to be sympathetic to my team. Like I don't want to be like someone who's just gushy around it and whatever. Like I want to know and understand how they're feeling and where they are. But as I've like self-taught myself empathy, you see where your thing is these people are losers. I probably used to think the same. And I'm not saying this is not me trying to say I'm better, but where I got to in life is like when someone says these stuff now, I now kind of go, fuck, are they all right? Like, fuck, what's wrong with your life?
Yeah,
like, why are you so fucked that you're going to take it out on some person you don't even know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know me. Like, how shit does your life have to be to have to, like, go and attack me?
Yeah.
And so there's, like, I learned, and it's like, I say that it's, like, a recent thing. I realized, like, I used to spend no time caring about people. I just didn't give a fuck, like, whatever. And now I've kind of evolved it into, shit, are these people okay? And I can't do anything about it. But what I can do is, like, I would give people shit in the comments back. I still do it sometimes. I'm not allowed on the comments sometimes. But I would, like, give people shit in the comments. And I've started to realize, oh, shit, I can't do that. Yeah. Like, they're hurting, and I'm just adding to the fuel to the fire. And I remember doing it to one girl once who was, like, ripping me out in DMs. She was calling me a absolute cunt. You're the worst person ever. How do you treat your staff like that? For some video that me and Joni made of joking around. And pretending I was going to fire her or some stuff. And it was like a joke, obviously. And she was having a go. And I was egging her. I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, we're obviously joking. Like, you've got the wrong end of the stick here. And I remember I, like, sent her a photo of me and Joni, like, pointing at the camera laughing. And then she came back saying, why do you have to be so mean? Like, I don't understand sarcasm. Like, I didn't get that was a joke. There's no way. Like, she tried to explain it, and I was like, fuck, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Like,
actually.
I'm an actual cunt.
I've probably just never been in that position where, but that makes so much sense. I don't even reply to them. I just ignore it or, like, hide it.
I love the banter, but it's not good.
No, well, yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't actually reply, so I've probably never seen, but that's actually such a good point. Like, I shouldn't really say losers because there could be some stuff going on as well. And
like, I don't want you to think that you calling them losers is bad, because actually there's a part of me that thinks they are, and some of them just are. And so I don't want you to feel like that's the wrong thing to say. But it was a real eye-opening piece for me, especially that moment where I was like, oh no, I'm actually the loser. Like right here in this moment, I didn't have to do that. I just made this worse. And you know, when you like, it's that old thing of like, if you hit someone, you get hurt twice. And once when you hit them, and then two when they're sad that they've been hit, and you feel that. It's the same thing. Like me, I didn't hurt them. I just hurt me twice. Yeah. And that's dumb. Yeah.
It's a good lesson, definitely.
Okay. So we talked about the hate. You've got it. We both got it. It's part and parcel of it. You put yourself out there because I really like what you said there, that, well, fuck, I mean, you didn't say it like this, but essentially I could be broke or I could put myself out there. Essentially, I could have a successful business and do all the things and build a brand, or I could not and keep to myself. I love that. I think, how does that transition, like, how have you found that with your team? Like, have you been able to translate to get your team to do stuff, or do you want them to do stuff? How do you play that inside your business? Because there's how many are you now?
There's 7 of us.
7 of us now, yeah. How do you play that out?
Yeah, I mean, that is such a good point. Probably a huge thing to unpack with the team. Yeah. And you've been there. I mean, I took on your LinkedIn challenge a while ago, and that went really well. So for those listening, offering an incentive of money, financial incentive in return for the highest growth of LinkedIn followers. And my team went hard. Yeah. And it was really good. But in terms of putting yourself out there, I don't know. I think because I do it, and every day my brain is just like content, and my team see it. Yeah. They get inspired because they do put their content out there. Like
Yeah.
Lucy the other day, she's like, actually, I'm going to start posting 3 times a day on Instagram, just randomly. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
like,
shit.
But that's come from us working for months and months on like content and how important it is. And maybe she sees it as like a role model, or she's seeing others in the industry. I do think there's a new wave though of content creators or people caring about personal brand from a young age that are coming in, because the more people I interview are like, I've got this channel, you know,
cool.
and they know because they're listening to people like yourself and my journey and thinking, oh yeah, actually, why not? So I think it's a lot easier now than it probably was when you probably first started hiring, right? I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But for me, it's like, I think there's a lot of people who are keen to get a personal brand young and early and
so it's been quite an easy thing for you to get the team to adopt, do you think? Or
I probably haven't pushed it enough.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing that in the next lot. So I've moved away from the LinkedIn financial thing, and now I'm going to try put it on social media.
Cool.
It's Instagram where the team's going. I want them to appear more on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of our leads come through as well.
Yeah.
I haven't battled that yet.
Yeah.
But I think I'm probably going to go down the route of, like this is what we're doing. This is our focus. We need to do it because we're supposed to be showing that we're good at it, right?
Yeah.
So let's go and do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to translate.
Yeah.
I think a few of my team members aren't financially motivated, so maybe there's some other incentives I'll have to dive into.
Yeah.
Some of them definitely are.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
See how it plays out.
But I'm excited. Yeah.
We should do a Tears versus Burst comp.
Oh, not social media. No.
Paid
ads.
It's just Tears versus Burst comp. That would be such a funny comp to play out if people can't see him. But I'm talking to Abdal. It'd be such a funny. Maybe you'll actually lock in then.
You listening to me talk about my team, how good they are at posting? You're like, shit, I need to start posting.
He's actually pretty good at making content. His the thing I find, and Abdal's actually just like quite normal in the process, is that he's very good. Like, I mean, his LinkedIn's now over 5,000. Yeah, over 5,000 on his LinkedIn.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and nice. It just by posting and being part of it. And actually on Friday, he was like, at the Marketers Day, he was like, oh, people just knew I was coming up to him, and he was like quite surprised by it all.
Same with my team.
Yeah. So it's quite cool, and I think that
very motivating.
That's very motivating because it's very much like, oh wow, I can see what's standard, and I can see how this will translate to me. They might not vocalize that and might not have the full thought formed out in their head because some of them are young, but like. And I definitely know he had started to see, oh shit, that was way easier to go to this when people knew who I was. And obviously he was standing there with me too, so people made the connection way faster. Oh fuck, that's the Abdal from Attention Seeker.
Yeah. Well, we have a joke anyway, as soon as we open up LinkedIn, it's like the attention seekers everywhere. But that's awesome. And I think maybe that's a good thing for us, is because we are doing it and we're the leaders. It's easier to have a team that will follow you. It's harder when you come from a business owner or an agency owner who doesn't post, and then you're asking the team to post, and then it's just like, well, you don't do it, why should I? Maybe that's hard.
That's definitely hard. You definitely have to lead from the front. Are you worried at all that like Lucy and the rest of the team who post, who was the person who won the competition?
Charlotte.
Are you worried about like them taking that, doing their own thing, starting their own agencies, building their own business? Like, does that come into play? Why not?
No. I mean, good on them if they go and do it. I don't even, I think you can't tie anyone to your business. Like, no one's going to care about my business as much as I do, apart from my co-owner, which is also my husband, because he's married into it, right? But like, no one's going to care as much as I do. And that's the reality of having a business. If I was going to be like, oh, you can't start your own agency, or you can't, it's going to demotivate them from their entire journey. And I think it's better to be part of their journey, wherever it leads them, than being their whole journey and like, this is what you need to do to be with me and stay with me. Obviously, you put in a lot of time into these employees and a lot of effort, but it's just one of those things. Like, I would rather have given them all the tools and all the guidance than limiting that throughout their career just because I'm spiteful. It's just not how it works. And I've had mentors who have helped me along the way, even people in my industry like yourself who are not worried about giving me advice. Like, you know, it's just one of those things I feel like when you're on your way up, like, help the people down, because he's who helped me. And I wouldn't be where I was if they didn't.
That's a really interesting, it's really good. That's my viewpoint of the world too. Like, is we have, like, we came into this real interesting, but we did a big 3 years ago, We scaled quite quickly from like 10 or 12 people to like 30 people or so. And then as the business sort of, maybe 25, and as the business sort of evolved, it kind of happened. We had all these people. And then that like 3-year mark hit this year and the end of last year, where all those people, those young guys had like itchy feet. And so we had a lot of people leave all quite close together, which in hindsight was like, at the time was like kind of like rough, because like we had a lot of good people leave at the same time. In hindsight, it was probably a great thing at the perfectly timed with Claude. But so I made the best of a bad situation. But it was quite normal, like that is something that happens. Like I know that all these guys will leave at some point. There's no one in my team who will stay with me forever. Maybe Alicia, maybe. She's been with me for 14 years now. She's probably going to stay for me another 14. But I mean, she's a part of the family.
You always
now.
have Claire.
Yeah, and I have Claire. Claire's not going anywhere. Wow. Please don't go anywhere.
Please
don't go anywhere. I need you. My viewpoint the whole time is like, and you know, for Claire, like she actually finds this quite difficult, and other people in the team, is that we've had some of them go off and essentially start competitors, like essentially go off and like do social media for other people. Now they're not, I wouldn't never see them as competitor, because they're kind of doing things at a different scale. But as you know, you did things at a different scale when you started, but that's just where you started. It's not where you are now.
Yeah.
You're at this whole another level on the same. The company we started is definitely not the company we are now. And so if I've taught them anything well and done my job right, they will be there too. Yeah. Like, you know, like that's what I taught them.
Skip all that shit that you go through, and that's epic.
And they'll be there too. But you can't like get mad at that. Like, in fact, if anything, the thing I hope with, the thing I can't wait for, and like my team know it, so they probably won't do it just out of spite, is I can't wait for someone to put X attention seeker on their LinkedIn. You know how people put like X Facebook, X Google?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you've made it, eh?
Yeah, that's
like
you've
made it.
You're up there. You're the Mark Zuck of agency owners.
Bro,
when
100%.
That's epic.
Yeah,
surely.
X-Taz.
You hear any previous attention seeker employees right now? Put that in your LinkedIn
bio. Put it in. I'll promote it. I'll screenshot you. I'll give you some clout. But I once had a boss, Rob. And he ran one of the hotels that I worked at. I was his food and beverage director. And at one point in time, we had, I think, 4 of us in his hotel who all went on. He got us all GM roles at different hotels. And it was all our first GM roles that we'd had. And I was like, mate, like, isn't this tough? Like, you just lost 4 of your best people. And like, what are you going to do? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, he's like, this is the greatest thing ever. He's like, my whole goal is to create this hotel, or whatever hotel I'm in, to become a leadership factory. Like, if I pump out leaders, what do you think's going to happen? My bosses are going to fucking love me, because I've placed all the next GMs for them. So the CEO of the main company. So he was an area GM as well. So he was already quite like 3 away from the top. He's like, so I'm already going to be there. Everyone's going to come want to work for Rob, because Rob's the guy who makes you a GM. Like, I'm going to get my pick of the talent. If there's a couple jobs going and I put mine for, they're going to take it. And he's like, and while I've got them, I've got the best people in the world running my hotel at the time. He's like, do you think that I'm not going to put someone in your role tomorrow? Like, I've already got them waiting, Stan. They're already there. Like, I'll put up an ad and everyone wants to work for me. And like that mindset was so refreshing to hear, because I'd worked for lots of bosses who weren't like that. I've had a couple good bosses like that, but I'd worked for a lot that weren't. And so that's the same thing for me, and it's cool to hear you in the same trajectory. It's like, you have to help them as they're coming up, but also the reflection of you is really strong. Like, because people are like, oh no, like, you'll be that boss for them. You'll be like, at one stage, at one stage you'll be, oh, my boss Roi, like, she did this, blah, blah, blah. So, which is quite cool. Okay, so that's great. Staff. Now, what are we in? We're at 12:49. I'm going to switch tax. I've got enough deep insights about you.
Nice.
Tell me what's next. Like, what are the actual goals? Like, what are you going for? What's the big ambition? What's the big hairy goal?
Yeah, it is. It's actually changed a lot.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot recently.
Cool.
I used to be like, big agency, big team. I don't know if you know, but I've actually moved to Tauranga.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I just commute.
Really?
Every week. Every second week now. And I've actually, lifestyle is something more important to me now. As I get older, I'm like, actually, I want to be by the beach. I want to have a nice, slow morning. So what that might look like for the business, like, we are scaling, we're growing, like, but we're taking on the right clients. I've turned away so much work recently because I just want, like, the best work, the best team, the best, like, way forward. And I'm not that fussed about money, like, as I thought I would be. Used to be like, I want the most money in the world. Now I'm like, I actually just want to help.
Yep.
And I genuinely mean that. Like,
Yeah.
I actually just want to help.
Yeah,
like
cool.
the small businesses, the medium
Yep.
businesses, and the big ones, and also the marketers. So I'm thinking about going into I'm planning on going into the education space.
Okay, cool.
Building
Yep.
a community,
Yep.
more like some in-person workshops when
Yeah,
it comes
cool.
to like learning meta ads.
Yeah, perfect.
And building a community of like business owners who need help either with their in-house teams or themselves doing the marketing, and then if they can't do it and they're the right fit, we'll do it for them. So that's my new focus.
Love it.
I don't know what it's going to take to get there.
Yeah.
We were doing some whiteboard sessions and trying
Yeah.
to plan it out, and
Yep.
I think there's a big gap though,
Yeah.
and a lot of people wanting a community.
Yeah.
And as I build this journey, I'm connecting with so many people who are just like, we want to learn what you do, and we want to be around other people and network. So
Yeah.
that's probably what we're looking to do in the next few years.
What does that look like? You say next few years, like I've seen you. It's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're
you'll
the
sell
sa-
ad tomorrow.
Oh, you're the same as me. You're the same as me. Yeah, you can't not have it happen straight away. And
Especially now I've announced it to the world.
yeah, exactly right. And the fact that like just having seen what you've done, but what does that look like in 10 years?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a media company.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
hoping.
Yep.
Where we can help marketers and business owners grow, and they come to like courses, in-person learning groups, and there's a big community. Like I see this being a huge community,
Got it.
online and in
Yeah,
person,
okay.
in the next 10 years.
Yeah, okay. And then if you, like for you personally, what would be the dream role inside that new media company?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
At the moment, my mind is like, I love teaching
Yeah.
and being there. But I also loved running ads, and
Yeah.
now I'm like, fuck that. The
Yeah.
team are way better at that than me.
Yeah.
So who knows
But you
what it will
loved
be.
running ads?
I loved.
That was
I did. I was like, I
crazy.
can't wait to check on this Facebook
That is
account.
crazy.
Now I'm like,
That's
to the
why I
team,
could never
what's the
done
top of the
ads.
metrics? Send it to me. But yeah, so who knows what it will be in the future. For now, it's like I want to be the face and the helping people learn and
brand.
bringing other people in.
Yeah. What about, I'm going to keep going. What about 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah. You're 50.
50. Hopefully I've got like 4 dogs. No, 8 cats.
Yeah.
No, 50. Retiring probably on like the beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Having built this cool thing that runs now without me, but there's still the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for you, like ambition is like you've changed quite a strong tack to just go, as long as I'm comfortable lifestyle, I get a community around me of people that I get to help and teach. That's it. Like life's good.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a big shift.
Yeah, it is.
What made that change?
I think the more you get into this industry,
Yeah.
the more you will learn that it's fucked. Like it is, it's fucked.
It is fucked.
There is a lot of agencies, and I'm honestly, you've probably heard this so many times, but there is genuinely a lot of agencies that will just take your money, the small business owner, and just promise you the world and
Yeah.
give you nothing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've come from a family who had nothing,
Yeah.
and I really care about that, and I genuinely
Yeah.
mean it. And I don't know, it's just like when you actually start working with these business owners and you realize they're putting their life savings into you and your team, you're like, shit, I can actually change their life. And I'm not talking revenue sales here. Like, obviously, we had a client the other day who said he got to spend more time with his son because he's spending less time working because he's getting more sales from ads. Like, that's the shit I care about.
Yeah.
The business owners who woke up, they were having to fire someone,
Yeah.
and then now they're having to hire more staff. Like, that's the shit I care about.
Yeah, cool.
I don't
Cool.
care about
Yeah. The ramifications of
yeah.
ROAS.
I don't care about fucking ROAS.
Yeah.
Like I do, but that stuff is a lot more
But
important.
the reason that, so I like it, and I'm just saying this for people listening, is that, ROAS might not be necessarily like your metric, but actually like whatever the work that you do, it's the ramifications of what that work enables people to achieve, right? Like I think about that here, the work that we do, like pays people's mortgages, it like allows their kids to do shit.
Yeah.
It allows like my client stuff to do things and all sorts of stuff. That's kind of what you mean, right? Like it's the side effects of the work working well.
For sure. And that means something different to every business owner out there. But I think the more you get into this industry, the more you learn how much that can move away very quickly from the mission. So since day one, I've always said online and I've said in the agency, we want to be transparent and we want to provide the results that you want. And whatever that means is like up to the business, right? So that's changed, I think, as I get into it. I'm still in my early days, like I am, but I still think if you follow that mission and you stick with it, like maybe money will come later.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it will.
Yeah.
But also I can sleep at night knowing that I did a good job and like I actually built something cool.
That's awesome. I love that. We one of the reasons why we started to do education stuff as well was I was that agency who I realized I was taking these small businesses money. It wasn't, there's no way in the time frame that they needed it to give a return on investment that I could get it fast enough with what we do, and they were going to bleed. And it happened too many times. Like, it would work if they stuck at it, but as you know, getting 23 million views in day 30 didn't all of a sudden give you $1 million. No. It takes time, and it's 18 months, and now you're like reaping those rewards from all of that work. And because like we're in a very different field, like I don't then go and like I don't play that part for clients, and I say that I'm not the person who's going to convert this stuff for you. I'm the person who's going to get it for you, and then you need to figure out how you're going to convert. But when I was working with small businesses, or when I work with a lot of small businesses, I realized that like I've taken 100% of their marketing budget, and there's no way for them to do anything else. And that was a big shift in mindset. So like we've stopped going after small businesses. If they do come to us, I'm like, do this, like do a workshop with us. We'll get you set up. You know, we like got our AI to learn how to make like social series really quickly for people, so they could buy it at like $1,000 as opposed to $20,000 is what we'd typically charge. Still, like it's 80% of the way there. Obviously, it's not 100%. Pay us 20 grand, we'll do 100%. But I was that agency. I think that was like my mindset wasn't to rip people off. My mindset was like, this will work, but you need to commit to it for a year. The problem I didn't realize is that these people. It was like you're building on shaky ground. Like they didn't have like you said, they're putting their life savings into this. And when I look at it, I was like, well, I did it this way. Why can't everyone do it? But like my situation's so different to everyone else's. Don't have kids. It was just me and my wife. We live pretty humbly. Like I wear the same t-shirt every day for fuck's sake.
16 hours days is like.
This is what it is, right? So that was a real interesting thing. So that's why we've done the same thing, right? Like we try to take only the big end of town now these days. Try to stick with enterprise level clients in the agency, and then who are way more profitable. And obviously, there's a lot more riding on us to get it right with those big clients, because they're like, oh, bro, I'm paying you so much money, you better fucking nail this. But then on the small end of town, it's like, well, you're saying, get into the education space. Like, how can I make this? How can I teach you the principle of something to advance your thinking 3 years for like $150?
Yeah, exactly. But what you're doing like in that space is giving them the tools, if it could be any level, and taking that and then building something insane. Like if they actually did it. But like even I started doing the Claude Code stuff like after watching you do it, and it saved me so much. You know what I mean? So like actually, yes, you're probably servicing those younger, the smaller businesses as well, but you're huge impact. Now, when you look back in your past as Claude, you're probably going to be like, holy shit, how many business lives I changed by just helping them with
100%.
this, you know?
Claude stuff's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, I love that. I love the ambition. I love the ambition changing. I think it's quite an interesting thing to see someone change tact during the business journey. It'd be interesting to follow this up in another 3.5 years and see where your headspace is at that point.
100%.
The education business will be fully established by that point. It's either going to be fully established or dead. Like I think it's
there's no in between.
No, there's no in between. I can't imagine there's an in between. You're just like me. There's no in between. It's either it's working or it's not, and you get on with it. Which, knowing how much you know, you'll definitely get it working. So that's quite interesting. It'd be lovely to like check back in like a couple of years and be like, oh, I mean, I'll know anyway because I'll see you, because I'll see it online and we'll talk. But as I've gone through it, so I'm at that 7-year point, right? Like now, so 3.5 years ago, if I think about it, I was at a crossroads of like, fuck, what do we do? We hadn't even, I don't even think 3.5 years ago, we hadn't even posted on TikTok yet. Wow. Yeah.
That seems like, you've been doing that for 10 years.
No, so.
On TikTok.
Oh, we might have, we had been posting for about 3 months, actually. Sorry, 3 or 4 months. 2022 is when Janie started with us, and she didn't start posting until July, so maybe 6 months.
The thing about posting content, you lose track of timelines. Like, I can't even remember.
So you think about, you've been posting for 18 months and had that at 6 years. We were, it would have been, so you're 3.5 years at this point, and have been posting for 18 months. For us to have been posting 18 months, we would have been in business for 4.5 years. Wow. You know what I mean? Before we got to that point. We I started quite late. Like I was obviously posting on LinkedIn, but it was a very different type of posting. Like it was even worse than what I'm doing now on LinkedIn. And but where I was, it was kind of like, fuck, what do we do? Like it'd become a bit of a headache. I was at that point like 14, 15 staff, and I was like, fuck, I don't want this. This is tough. Like fuck staff. Like, you know, like it's not that I didn't like my staff. It's just the burden of being a leader that came with it. And then honestly, like in the last year, I had gotten completely over the industry, the agency. Like I was ready to walk away. Like I had spoken to business brokers.
You, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I was just over it. Like, I think, when did we, this started this year, January. Yeah. Joan had already left day. Yeah. So I was probably at that point where I was kind of just like, fuck, why? What's the grind? I'm definitely not there anymore. I'm definitely at a point now where, I realized one of the reasons why the agency was so tough was because I was trying to build this brand that was huge, and that was like 40% of all our costs went into brand. So somehow I had like managed to stay afloat with 40% of all the revenue went into our own brand.
Wow.
And then so we figured out how to split those, and we started education to like get brand to make its own revenue. So actually, like the agency's 35% profit margin now, which for us, it's never made a profit ever.
Shit.
After 7 years, like I just purposely didn't. I just put it all into brand.
From the education stuff that you're doing now.
Well, because I pulled the brand company separate.
Right.
So that's its revenue, and all the costs went with it.
How weird is it? Doesn't feel like you've done that. It feels like you've upped your brand.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but.
Yeah. Well, so when we so what's really interesting about it, so as we split the brand out from, so we split the company in two, agency and brand. The brand does all the education stuff, right? And as that separated and it started to make money, we're able to, the ads thing was really funny, like running ads, because we'd never done it. And luckily I got Connor on my team who taught us how to do it. And that was, it was printing money up until Thursday last week when my Amex got declined a transaction fraudulent, and for Facebook. And I was like, no, it's right. And then like I was doing $4,500 a day, and it killed it, and it just died over that weekend. Like I got 3 sales on the Saturday.
Shit.
It just like killed it. Like, you know, Facebook stopped it because it was like declined payment, and it just fucking screwed up everything. We had to like pull it all down and restart it again.
You want a meta rep?
Oh, I need time.
Yeah, if you need a meta rep, I have a connection.
Yeah.
So
I do,
reach out to me.
because I need a refund.
Yeah, right.
Because they fucked us. I've got someone in my emails now who are trying to find time with me. Because I said, I'm not turning my ads back on until you fix this for me.
Yeah, hell
and like they know that I was about to spend $1 million this year. Like they want me back on. But that brand has now taken off and has created its own company, but 40% of the costs of our business has gone over to this new side of it, which pays for itself. Wow. Which then meant the agency got rid of all those costs. Yeah. And it's like 35% profit margin now, which has never made profit. It's like literally been zero profits. I mean, some years it's been minus, you know, when we made losses. So now I'm like in a real good spot where I'm like, oh, fuck, we've got like options now, you know? And so I think for us, most of it is keep scaling the brand, keep seeing how far we can take that. Like you do the education. What can we do in that space?
Yeah, you definitely need to. Yeah, you've got so much. Like I mentioned, the Australian conference I went to were referencing you in their slides about AI.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's epic.
Even like potentially starting a third business, this AI consulting business. Like people, like we just came from a 2-hour call with someone. Well, a meeting with someone, setting up their brain for them. And he's like, "Oh, can you just do the rest? Like, how much do I pay you?" I did a quote for someone yesterday. I didn't want the job, but I'd sent it out to him. It was $300,000 for an AI consulting job. And I was like, I don't really want this, but I'm going to quote you real high. If you say yes, I feel like I'll take it.
Man,
but that's amazing. Like a third company. So I guess my point to you is like, you will know this because you've already done it inside your own business. It doesn't stop as entrepreneurs. Like we go through cycles. And do you know Ali Abdaal? I'm assuming you do, right? So Ali Abdaal like talked about it once, the cycle of like, things are going really, really good as an entrepreneur, and you get into really good profit margins and things are going good. And then all your brain does is like, oh, I should do this and I should do this and I should do this and I should do this. And you get to the other side of it. And now you're doing all this shit and you're like, I fucking hate this. I've got to stop doing this. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck this. And then you get to a point where you're doing fuck all. You're like, oh, I love my job. Fuck, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you just...
It's rope it,
And I'm in the good bit at the moment. And so my brain's like, oh, I should do this. I should do this. And then I'm going to get to a point where I was like, why the fuck did I start a new company that does AI consultancy? What the fuck was it? So I keep having to tell myself like, I'm actually actively taking a different approach this time where I'm actively looking for partners to do the work.
Nice.
Like I don't want to do that work. I'm going to see if I can find some partners to just take it on. I'll like bring in the leads and then we'll just like joint venture on it, so I can't do the delivery. Fuck.
You were sitting all day just. I even when I walked in, they're like, "Oh yeah, Stanley's a coder now." He wasn't. He's basically coding. 100%. Yeah. Do you think you're just following like a passion? I mean, you seem to really like it as well. So
I think what I like about Claude is I think as an entrepreneur, it's the first time in my life, and I think other entrepreneurs get this, that you finally got something that can understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know it's fake. I know that it's a machine just doing pattern recognition. But it gives you the output you want. And so I always have these ideas. And the guys know, because I'll come up with them. Like Charlotte, who's my head of the brand, like she's amazing, right? Like she's actually like fucking phenomenal. But I'll say shit to all the time. She's like, yeah, sure, Stan. Like, we're not doing that. Like, you can fuck off. I said to Claude, and Claude's like, yeah, it's already done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that for an entrepreneurial brain who has so many ideas, but you're told not to do a lot of them and focus and whatever because you can't do it. Because of the time and the effort. If I could just did it.
Yeah.
It just does it. And those lock-ins, the lock-in we had 2 weekends ago, fuck, we had people just like build shit. One of them, Harper, like he built something. Literally on Monday, he like put in the group chat, he's like, oh guys, I just got my first sale on it. Like on this thing that he just built, you know? And it's like, fuck, that's actually insane. Like as business owners, we can sit here with this tool, and because we know what we're doing, we know what problem we're solving, you actually can just like create opportunities from left, right, and center. Like we've done $500,000 in the education business
That's
so far.
so sick, yeah. I love it. I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see what you do with it. But do you think it's like obviously it's a passion thing, but also how does it feel to be able to help the small guys that you probably couldn't have with Taz?
It's so good. Like the lock-in 2 weeks ago, which our next one's on the 13th of June, and I fucking can't wait. It was the best weekend I've had in so long. I didn't code anything.
Yeah.
I just walked around everyone else, and I was like, it's not even really, selfishly, it's not even so much about helping them. It's just like providing a space where those people can like do their best work. Yeah, is kind of what I like. And I was just sitting with people going, bro, I don't even know what you just said to me, but that's fucking awesome. Like one dude like built a RAG. For those who don't know, it's one of the hardest things to build in AI. It's like most people don't need one, and he did it on Saturday, and on Sunday he's like, oh fuck, now what am I gonna do? I was like, bro, I don't even know what you did. Like, you're the fucking man. You're
almost bringing together like entrepreneurs, and that's probably something we've all craved for years and years as well, even though it's around AI, but it's actually just bringing everyone together from, what did you say, someone came from Australia?
Oh, 4 people came from Australia. 4 of them. Yeah.
So that's probably a huge community element as well.
Oh, it's awesome. Honestly, like, you would love it. Like, every entrepreneur out there would fucking love it. And I wish like I had done something like this sooner, but I think the thing with Claude, and you know, you feel it too, you've done stuff with Claude as well, is that like not only does it like do whatever you say, but it's one of the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur is trying to rally a team to like get them to care as much as you do. And you said this before, like your team are never going to care as much as you do. Claude will.
Yeah, Claude will actually.
Claude will.
Yeah,
it'll care as much as you tell it to care.
Yeah.
And so if you care lots, it will as well. And I know that sounds so depressing. Like it's so dystopian, right? To think, oh, my best friend's AI. And it's not the truth, but I think what people should understand is that if you truly are an entrepreneur, if all you hear this and you're like, that's depressing, Stan, you're not a true entrepreneur. A true entrepreneur hears that and it's like, fuck, what else can I do? You saw me doing AI, you saw me saying the ad stuff and you're like, hang on. And then like a couple of days later, you're like, holy shit, I caught on the thing. Yeah. You got it, your brain gets it.
Yeah.
And you've done the same thing. And every entrepreneur that I've talked to who are doing stuff, and the ones I'm talking to, like on that Friday, you know, I saw Kennedy and I saw other people and they were all just like, bro, fuck, doing all this shit, blah, 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 blah. And that's exciting. I think it is kind of nerve-wracking for like younger people who, or there's like people who aren't entrepreneurs. I think it will create some divide. Like the one man $1 billion companies already exists, right? Like that guy who did it. But like you think about legitimately, if you started this business again, like from now with knowing what you know, you would make up your business differently.
Oh, 100%.
You know, you'd have a content team to build your brand.
That's what I would do day one.
And you'd just have AI doing the rest.
Yeah. And so
well, to a certain extent, yeah.
I also, it's like it's scary to see what's going to happen, but also exciting for us entrepreneurs. Like another thing is if you gave a bunch of entrepreneurs like a task or a roadmap, and then you're like, hey, go implement this, 3 months down the track, like, oh, I've got to build a landing page. Fuck this, I give up. Like, I'm not doing this. And now you can just be like, boom, I'll just build that today and then launch it and then let's go. So it's also removing that, which is just epic. But fuck, I am worried for the job market. I mean, I've already got software engineers who have just graduated in my DMs asking for jobs.
Really?
Which is crazy. That's in New Zealand. Like, you know, and I think that's a big part of it. But same thing, maybe just learn it and then get ahead.
I do think I probably should wrap it up now. Probably going to get told off soon. I do think that
talk about AI all day.
Yeah, definitely wasn't an AI podcast. I do think the job roles are changing and that the roles will come back. So we're out there actively looking for a account manager lead, client lead at the moment, and I think we'll probably end up getting over the next 6 months 3 or 4 of them back. They just will do a different job.
Nice.
Before they used to sit and project manage, and they just won't do that now. Now they'll just be out having lunch and coffees with clients, and that's all they'll do. You know, a pseudo sales job as opposed to a project manager job, because Claude will just do it better than they could have as a project manager. So I think the jobs will come back. We'll hire back people.
That's good.
We just will hire them in a different capacity that allows us to do a lot more and do a better job too for our clients as well, which is quite cool.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you do.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll be following.
It's either that or crumble. One of the two, right? It's binary. All right. Hey, thank you so much. I need to wrap up this because I'm already talking about AI and I'll get stuck here and you probably need to go. But hey, thank you so much. And also, like, amazing. I love watching your journey. It's so good. It's so good to watch. Like, I kind of knew bits and pieces of your journey, but even just listening to you now, like, we've had such a similar background, such a similar, like, setup. There's obviously why I resonated with your story and everything so well. So it's just so cool to see. And I know that, like, I think when we met, I'm always skeptic when I meet people who start that brand journey. I've met very few people who have been consistent. Most people start, they'll get a little bit of success and then they'll stop. And like, you just didn't.
Ramping.
You just ramped it up. You just went hard. And I love that. So I'm like super proud to watch you do that. That's awesome. And thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me. And thanks for everything you've done and all of your advice. It's just honestly saved me years. Saved me so much time.
You won't lose your hair like me. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.